We're going to do a real quick review of the concept of distribution. You already know this one. Distribution really means we're going to multiply into a parentheses. So this 5 is going to be distributed into the parentheses. I highly suggest you do this, what I would call the swoosh technique, swoosh, swoosh, so that you remember that the 5 multiplies to the x, and then the 5 multiplies to the subtract 4, and we get 5 times x is 5x, 5 times negative 4 is minus 20. So this next example is a slight trap. You might be tempted to distribute the 7, but what gets distributed is the item that is attached to the parentheses by multiplication. So this 2 is attached to the parentheses, so I would go swoosh, swoosh. And when I did this work, I would recopy the 7 because there's nothing else that needs to be done with it. The first swoosh, 2 times 3x is 6x. Second swoosh, 2 times plus 4 is plus 8. And now my answer is 7 plus 6x plus 8, but the 7 and the 8 can go together. They can be combined, and we have 6x plus 15. This next one is the same as the previous one, but you just have to be careful because in algebra and all math, subtraction and negatives are your enemy. So when I redo this, nothing changes with that 5, so I'll recopy it because that is not what's being distributed, it's the 6. So minus 6 times 2x is minus 12x. That was the first swoosh. Then a minus 6 times a minus 3, a negative times a negative is a positive. So I have 5 minus 12x plus 18, but the 18 and the 5 combine, and there we go. Keep in mind on this problem up here and this problem up here, people are tempted to distribute the 7 and the 5, but it's the item that was attached to the parentheses that gets distributed. And finally, the trap above all traps. You know that the 7x doesn't get distributed because it's what's attached to the parentheses that gets distributed. Well, here it looks like nothing is attached, just a subtraction sign. I highly recommend that you put in a 1 there, because when there's nothing attached, it's a 1. So now I'm going to distribute the negative 1, or some people say that's distributing the negative sign. 7x gets recopied. Negative times 4x is minus 4x. Negative times negative 1, negative times a negative is a positive. And now I have these two which can be combined. The 1 can't be combined with anything, and we are done. Be very careful when you have a negative. The negative gets distributed into the parentheses. Write the 1 there if it helps you.